Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at how to build the 6 main chords that make up the key of A major using a Fretboard Toolbox Essential Ukulele C Tuning Edition. So let's take a look and see how it works. Alright, with an Essential Ukulele C Tuning Toolbox, you go to the key of A major, and we'll start out with the 3 major chords, 1, 4, and 5. And then we'll learn the 3 minor chords. So I want you to be able to think of songs in terms of keys. So when someone tells you a song's in the key of A major, you know all the most likely chords to play. So it's one cool thing to learn chords, and it's another thing to learn which chords fit together and which chords make up keys. And when you figure out the ones that all fit together, it really opens up some cool ideas. So the first 3 major chords we're going to learn are A major, called the 1 chord, D major is called the 4 chord, and E major is called the 5. And with the toolbox you can see the notes that make up the chords. So A majors on every instrument are always made of the notes A, C sharp, and E. So if I go down to the toolbox layout or the fretboard layout here, any notes that are in green circles are the 3 notes that make up A major chords. So if I can play these 4 strings so that only A, C sharps, and E's are playing, then I'm playing A major. So on the 4th string, I can hit the 2nd fret, A here. 3rd string will be the C sharp on the 1st fret, and then I can leave the E and A open on the 2 and 1 strings. So let's see how that works. There's my A, 4th fret, 2nd string. I'm playing a low G tuning, but you'll get the same thing. It'll just sound more like this. Well, more like this. There, it'll sound like that A. Okay, so here's my A, and then 3rd string, 1st fret is C sharp, 2nd string opens an E, and the 1st string opens an A. So with those 2 fingers I'm playing an A major because I'm only playing A, C sharps, and E notes. Now for more advanced folks, if you want to play further up the neck, I can find other shapes where I can cover those same 3 notes. This is C sharp on the 6th fret here, and then we'll go 4, 5, 4. Okay, so that's an A major too. This is C sharp, E, A, C sharp. Exact same thing, I just get a little different sound by playing a different, it's called inversion of the chord. Okay, so that's A major, that's our 1 chord. And then our 4 chord is D major. We don't go to the 2 right away because the 1, 4, and 5 chords are the 3 backbones of Western music. That's your big deal. So D major chords are always made of the notes D, F sharp, and A, my 4 chord. With the Essential book I can click on that. Now I'm looking at only D, F sharp, and A notes. So if I could cover these 3 here, I can leave that one open because that's an A note, part of my chord, and it looks like this. Here's A, 4th string, D, 3rd string, F sharp, 2nd string, and then the 1 string's open. Now there's a lot of different ways to hold it. This is one that I've kind of come up with, and I use it on guitar and ukulele, but you could hold your fingers like this. Okay, so I'm still just covering those same 2nd fret on those 3 strings. So I could hold it with these first 3 fingers. I could play it with these next 3 fingers. I could bar it just with my 1st finger. But however you chord it, find a way that's comfortable for you, but make sure that each note you play, and check them one at a time, make sure those are ringing through. Okay, so that was D. Now listen to D and A together. Here's A, D major, back to A. So those guys fit together, and that's a big thing to know. Okay, so then we can go back to the chord jig here is what this box is called. And the E chord is my 5 chord, and it's E major. It's made of the notes E, G sharp, and B. Those same 3 notes on every instrument. And learning those notes is really cool because then when you start trying to solo later on, you know which notes are part of the chord, and those are going to be your target notes. But that's for another video. Okay, so A major is going to be this same shape here, but I'm going to have to go on the 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, and then 2nd. So again, here's how I do it. Here's 4th fret, B, fourth string, 4th fret, B, and then here's my E, and then here's my G sharp on the 2nd string, and then a B on the 1st. Okay, so that looks like this. If you can fit all 3 on here, it might be a better way to do it. I just haven't practiced that way enough. Okay, so that's E major because I'm only playing those 3 notes. Now let's go E, D, and then A. E major, D major, A major. So E, D, and then A. Alright, that's my 3 major chords. Again, you can play those same chords up the neck and experiment with these different shapes. You can pause here and try to play some of those same shapes up the fretboard, and you'll start seeing, if you look at this pattern, you'll start seeing the same pattern repeated on all the chords, and that was a really exciting discovery for me. Okay, so now we're going to go to the 3 minor chords. We got B minor is B, D, F sharp. That's called the 2 chord. And I can go B, D, F sharp, B. Here's how I play it. So I'm using my first finger here to bar those bottom 3 strings. And I'm using my ring finger to get the B. So that's B, D, F sharp, B, B minor. C sharp minor is C sharp, E, G sharp. So I could just play these down here, but then I can't play the first string because that's not part of my chord. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this shape up here, which is that same shape again, just slid up 2 frets. So here's C sharp minor, here's B minor, and here's A major. D major, E major, and then back to A. Alright, we got 1 chord left here, and that is an F sharp minor. It's made of the notes F sharp, A, and C sharp. And this is a cool one on the ukulele because if you remember, the A major was A, C sharp, and E. So these 3. If I just add this F sharp instead of the E on the 2nd fret, I've turned it from an A major to an F sharp minor. So let me show you how that looks. Here's how I play it. So that's A, C sharp, F sharp, A. I could play the same thing up here. 6, 6, 5, 4, C sharp, F sharp, A, C sharp. But I love that A major. Just listen to that for a second. I'm going to go to an F sharp minor. Okay, so I was playing the A major. And then when I add this F sharp minor, when I add the F sharp note, it turns into the minor chord. So listen to A, F sharp minor, D, E, back to A. And so one thing that's a lot of fun with the toolbox that you can do is if you look on these chord progressions here, you can see a whole bunch of different ways to arrange those 6 chords. Like these first boxes are only those 6 chords, and you can practice going between one chord and another, and then you get some more fancy chord progressions here, and then some minor progressions here. But on the Toolbox website, which is www.fretboard-toolbox.com, if you go to the jam tracks and click on 200 free jam tracks and scroll down, I've got all those same boxes, except I played through all the chord progressions. And so we were in the key of A. So if you click on any of those boxes, it'll tell you which toolbox pages to use. Click on the boxes, and then you can practice playing along. Here's just an A major chord played all by itself. Let's see if I have the volume up. So you can work on strumming along with songs and work on changing chords and practice a whole bunch of different common ways that those common chords go well together. So if you're interested in picking up a toolbox for your own, you can go to the Toolbox website and pick your instrument, click on the ukes, and today we were using the Essential Edition. we were using the Essential Interactive ebook, but you can also get it in a print edition that's built on 80-pound cardstock. And if you're like me and you like to touch real things and have a book to read, it's got spiral binding so it stays open, and there's lots of cool stuff in there to learn about, lots of common chords and keys and how to play them all up and down and scales. So I hope you found something useful today, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments. Thanks for taking a look.